Big Time Breakdown Road to Nashville continues, and we're joined now by Leo Davis, former Bobcat offensive lineman and now the color commentator for the Bobcat Radio Network. What's up, man? Happy holidays. Thanks for being here.
Hey, happy holidays, Colter. It feels good to be here. Thanks for inviting me once again because I think our little chit chats, man, they give me a little oomph for the rest of the week and make me look forward to Saturday. Well, Monday now, but for sure Saturdays in the past.
Well, take me through this, your perspective on what went down in Bozeman the last time the Cats were out. What a crazy environment it was, and what a huge win for Montana State. What did you think of just the way the Super Brawl played out a couple weeks ago?
Oh, come on, bro. I mean, every day is a good day to be a Bobcat, but that day was the day to be a Bobcat. Whether you were a fan, a player, a coach, part of the athletic department, calling the game, man, the atmosphere was just lit up. And, there was never once did I ever feel like they had us in like a tight grip because I knew how poised and just being able to see how focused those young men were prior to the game, because me and Keaton would always do a little walk around on the field, but they had that look in their eye, man. Kind of like on Step Brothers. He had this look in his eye. And he said, let's get it on. So, that's kind of what it reminded me of. And, just the focus and the task at hand. And the boys just went out and just did it, man. And they did it in great fashion.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town Pump has been Montana's best since 1953, and Town Pump is proud to send Skyline Sports on the road to Nashville. Montana State is gunning for its first national championship in 41 years. Follow along at SkylineSportsMT.com. The road to Nashville, proudly presented by Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Great game out there today, boys. That was awesome.
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys, check it out. We got the new fifth quarter jerseys and a note from Tommy. Tommy says, best of luck this season, and remember to keep the fifth quarter tradition alive. Whoa! Hey, guys, look. We made it to the R-Bar.
I'm already ready to go.
Our plays were on fire today, boys.
Yeah, so these wings. And the drinks are secured.
Cheers to our bar.
Fifth quarter.
Meet the MSU players here at the R-Bar after every home game.
So impressive to be able to sharpen that level of focus to win in Missoula and then be able to recapture it again. Like, I thought that was probably the key to the game, is that, and even when Montana had their big run, Montana State never panicked. They just readjusted and boom, then they just kicked the door down basically, and the avalanche was on. So as a competitor, I don't know how you can reach that level twice in such a short amount of time, but they did it. So, I mean, how much do you think that played into the result?
I think that just shows the type of team these young men are, and the brotherhood that they carry and the leadership that Coach Vegan and the coaching staff brings to the table. I mean, I know it's tough to beat the same team twice. We look at it in the NFL ranks. College never gets to play the same team twice. And to be able to, like you said, keep that sharp focus only 4 weeks away from the last time you played and just really hammer it home. I think it came down to who was best prepared and the most physical, as we saw on Saturday.
This team has such a different identity than even last year's team, and I think part of that identity stems from the fact that they basically said, last year doesn't matter. We remember it. It broke our hearts, all this stuff, but this is our team. This is the transition of leadership, the transition of personalities, all of that. What have you thought of just the way that they've been able to sort of make this their own team?
I think it's just a beautiful thing to witness. I mean, you look at the guys like Paul Brott, JT Reed, those senior captains that everybody kind of leans on, but you have seniority in every position group, even on special teams. And I feel like everybody's playing for them. That's the feeling I get. That's not what I've heard, but what I've witnessed is like, man, we're playing for these guys. These guys may never play again, and we're going to do it all for them. And I think that selflessness is what separates this Montana State team from the rest. Not to say, we were selfish when we played or any of the teams past. I'm not saying that at all. But the epitome of being a football player, I swear every position group's got that trench, that Don Joy Mafia mindset right now, that mantra where it's like, I'm going to lay my body on the line for my brothers. And, if I give it my all, my number gets called and I can't play no more for the rest of the game, next man up, and he's going to get it done just as well and just as smooth.
When I was approached by a group of men
really right out of our national championship appearance. I think they saw NIL as an opportunity to continue to allow our program to grow. And it was very well thought out of. At the time, they didn't just come up with this on a whim. I think they studied other institutions across the country at all levels to be able to do it right, to be able to implement it the right way, align themselves ultimately with Blueprint after talking, I think, with several outside entities on how it should be managed. All our intentions with the Bobcat Collective are in the right place, and that's the most important thing. They're about continuing to promote our program, allowing our guys opportunities to help along with that. I think that's really important. It really, I think, has provided this give and take. Our guys are certainly benefiting from it, but then they're giving back at the same time, whether it's individual opportunities with particular businesses or just in general giving back through the collective to our community.
Dusty Dawes of State Farm Insurance is a third-generation State Farm agent and a second-generation Bobcat football player. His State Farm agency in Bozeman has been locally owned and operated for 13 years, and Dusty's crew has a combined 40 years of experience with 5 fully licensed professional team members. Dusty Dawes State Farm offers auto, home, life, health, and small business insurance. They also are community-driven, supporting Montana State Athletics, Bozeman and Gallatin High School, Belgrade High School, and Park High in Livingston. Dusty Dawes has also given back to the Bozeman Cancer Center, Fort Ellis Fire Station, and the Shane Center in Livingston. Former All-American long snapper and tight end / offensive lineman, played under Mike Kraber from 2000 until 2004. Dusty and his team can be reached anytime at 406-586-0084 or at DustyDawes.com. Dusty Dawes State Farm Insurance, proud to support Skyline Sports and send us on our road to Nashville.
Shine Beer Sanctuary is leading the charge when it comes to promoting beer culture in Montana. Located at the corner of Church and Main and downtown Bozeman, the locally owned and operated Tap House and Bottle Shop has the best beer selection in the Treasure State. The bar has 32 rotating beers on tap with everything from Duvel to local ciders, gluten-free beers, and non-alcoholic options. The Bottle Shop has more than 400 beer offerings from all over the world, and Shine offers Cicerone-trained beer guides. Come enjoy beer heaven at Shine Beer Sanctuary in Bozeman.
What else do you think has helped this team get to this point? What are some of the other strengths you would point to that has helped Montana State surge into this national championship game?
Well, we kind of already talked about it, mental toughness, right? So one thing that we used to preach within our ranks in the trenches was mental toughness, extra effort. And, there's no such thing as playing a perfect game. There's playing a complete game. But, man, the effort is perfect every time. I mean, everybody's got a motor. Nobody's taking a play off. Our receivers, they run their routes, and I hammer this home every time we talk. But as soon as they're not getting the ball, they're blocking, they're finding work. Everybody's busy from whistle to whistle. And you can coach that as much as you want, but it takes buy-in from the players. And the players have totally bought in, man. They're all in. And, you don't go to a swimming pool just to dip your toes in on a sunny day. You go to jump, get all wet, get all wet. So these guys have been just phenomenal, being able to play not only for one another, but also riding for that brand, that name on the chest, right? That team, Montana State Bobcats. And then they're making sure everybody remembers the name on the back when the game's over based on their output and their effort and the outcomes of the game. But nah, man, everybody's dialed in right here.
We can't allow them to find any hope. No hope. Make it mean something, fellas. Now is the time. This is the place. Any team, anywhere, anytime.
Y'all take the fight to him.
It's going to be picked off, taken.
Take 1 week. Number 6.
Skyline Skyline Sports is on the road to Nashville, and we couldn't get there without our friends at Dawes Insurance. Brad Dawes has been serving Montana and Idaho with State Farm for more than 50 years, particularly Bozeman and Big Sky. Brad's team of 12 professionals has more than 100 years of combined experience and among the best trust of any insurance agency in Montana. Brad and his son Dusty are the only father and son duo to earn All-American honors each for Montana State football. Brad was an All-American defensive lineman for legendary head coach Sonny Holland in the 1970s, and Dusty was a All-American long snapper and offensive lineman for Mike Kramer in the early 2000s. Dawes Insurance offers a full line of State Farm products, including auto, home, life, health, and business insurance. Brad and his team can be reached at 406-586-HOME or braddawes.com. Dawes Insurance, proud to help Skyline Sports on our road to Nashville.
Jewelry Design Center. We want to be your jeweler for life.
Seems like this team has less, how do you say, unrest than last year's did too. Like last year there was so much turmoil going on with just it's natural part of college football these days with the coaching carousel and the fact that, a couple of the coordinators were on their way out, and there was a couple guys that I think it's pretty clear that they had been at least in conversations with others. I mean, when you transfer the day after the national championship, you've probably been talking to somebody for a little while, right?
Yeah, that's more than a little 2-hour decision, man.
Exactly,
you
right?
And there's money being thrown around. I get it.
Yeah, but it seems like this team has less of that, but also even if they are having that, it's not a part of it. It seems like there's just a lot more of a sort of cohesive vision towards going into this Monday game.
Oh, yeah, man. Football is a lot like life, and life is a lot about relationships. You know what I mean? They're evenly yoked. Like those racing horses you see in the Kentucky Derby, man, they're thoroughbreds. They go hard, and they leave it all on that track. But they got their vision is set straight ahead, and they all got those same blinders on. And they're not looking to the left, to the right. They got earplugs in. They're not listening to the noise. I mean, they do. They've heard themselves getting called out in the beginning of the season, and that don't matter. Look where we're at now. And so that's what's really set them apart. And then we've seen it. We haven't seen it as of late, but in conference play, I mean, we had third, fourth string guys in there making plays, and the whole sideline is jumping up and down, almost getting a sideline infraction. And that's brotherhood. I had a good conversation with Rob Compson. He played back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I ran into him at the coffee shop yesterday. Shout out Billings Fire Department, by the way. And he's like, man, I swear this team is just one big brotherhood. I'm like, that's exactly it. And that's why they're going to win.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Injured in an accident? You may be entitled to a bigger settlement, up to 3.5 times bigger. Your initial consultation is 100% free, and we don't get paid unless we win your case. No matter the accident, we are here to help. The advocates will fight for you because you deserve clarity, you deserve justice, you deserve guidance, you deserve an advocate. Contact us today.
Yeah, Paul Brown and JT Reed talked about that on Monday too in their press conference. They talked about just the way that they have been able to connect with some of the younger guys. Particularly, they were talking about the defense. Paul was talking about the defense and the DBs. And, he said that it takes mentorship, but it also takes being vulnerable too, right? And letting them see that you are a person as well. And I thought that was a beautiful way to just describe the way that they have made a brotherhood. And that's when this is at its best. Like, that's when I love covering this stuff so much, is when you see these, how the heck would Carson Williams and Paul Broad ever know each other unless they played on the same football team, right? Like you get guys from Houston, Texas, and Billings, Montana. They get to be buddies, and I love it. I love when that sort of stuff comes to fruition. But I thought the way that those guys described just the way that they were able to sort of take over the leadership of the team was just it was really impressive. It was really impressive to hear them just lay it all out like they did on Monday.
No, and I listened into that press conference, and man, those are two fine young men, and they got a nice life ahead of them if they continue their just keep up that attitude and efforts, everything, right? And those two young men, oh man, I enjoyed listening to it. It's funny because you brought up Houston, Texas, and Billings, Montana. While CJ Palmer and I, we have the same birthday, year apart, but me and him were buddies, like Thanksgiving break, Christmas break. He was coming back home with me, and we're going hunting on the res. And I got a couple funny stories about that. But no, they're people that you meet in life. And like I said earlier, it's about relationships. And there's things that you can do as far as coaching the game. It's, hey, we're going to go beat these guys. We don't like these guys. We're going to go beat them. Or it's, we're going to play for each other. Play for the man on your right. Play for the man on your left. And make sure you leave it all on the field. And that's what this team does.
Is there like a specific memory you have from the rivalry 2.0 that will live in your mind forever?
Oh, rent-free? Oh, man, when they queued up Moni Moni. I mean, that whole stadium. I mean, I was looking at – I swear, man, I could feel that. The decibels were up, but man, I think we must have registered something on the Richter scale because it was going nuts. And, just you could see, I mean, none of the Grizzly players really slumped, but you could definitely see like, oh, man, this is it. Like they're playing this song. The crowd's still here. They're up 25. That's a memory that will last a lifetime for me. A couple of plays that stood out was obviously Taco Dollar's catch. I mean, come on. That's one that's going to live in infamy. He's going to get free drinks for the rest of his life, no matter what establishment he shows up to. And people are going to want to hear his rendition of that story. And, Bryce Grebe, man, like being the little brother, always in the shadow. I don't know what that's like 'cause I'm the older brother, but I thought it was great for him to get his shine, man. A pick six, cap it off like that. Just drive that final nail in the coffin and like, hey, man, he played six-man football. How many kids in Montana play six-man football and they want to play in the brawl one day, right? For either team. But that really kind of just, man, I think he created some monsters with that one. If he can, I can. You know what I mean?
You took the words right out of my mouth, man, because that's exactly right. While he was running right in front of me across the field, I was like, man, this is making so many kids across Montana believe that they can do this, right? You grew up in a town of less than 100 people, and he scored a pick six in the brawl, man. It's just such a great moment. That is a moment that will live on forever. Both those that you referenced they're unforgettable, no doubt.
You're not just a case. You're not just a client. You're a person, and you deserve support. You deserve simplicity. You deserve communication. When you hire an attorney, you deserve clear, risk-free advice that guides you to the best possible outcome in your injury case. And that's exactly what the advocates have been providing for over 30 years. After your accident, you deserve closure. You deserve compassion. You deserve peace of mind. You deserve an advocate.
Town & Country Foods, proud to support the 2025 Bobcats on their way to Nashville, and also proud to support Skyline Sports on their road to Nashville as well. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned. They have 9 locations serving Bobcat Nation around southwest Montana. Town & Country Foods focuses on great food at a great price with a huge selection of organic and natural foods. Check out their weekly flyers on tncfood.com. Town & Country Foods in Bozeman, Belgrade, Helena, Livingston, Lewistown, Billings, and Dillon. Town & Country Foods, a stalwart of the Bobcat community and a proud sponsor of the road to Nashville at Skyline Sports. Skyline Sports is on the road to Nashville. We couldn't do it without Blackfoot Communications. As the Montana State Bobcats take Bozeman pride on the road for the national championship, Blackfoot Communications is proud to support the businesses that keep this community moving. With managed services, high-speed internet, and business voice solutions, Blackfoot delivers the reliability and local support Bozeman businesses depend on game day and every day. Blackfoot Communications has been around for more than 70 years, providing high-quality jobs to people around southwestern Montana. To learn more, visit blackfoot.com. Blackfoot Communications, powering Bobcats and powering Bozeman businesses.
No, most definitely, man. And there's a couple other plays that, you know, I can't really name them off top, but, man, the physicality, too, you know, just how physical that game really was. I mean, the first game was very physical. It was hard hitting, but the Cats came out. They wanted it, man. And you could see it. You could feel it. I mean, you could almost smell it in the atmosphere. Like, it was like, ooh, there was just like I don't know, man. It was an energy. There was an aura about the tailgate, the stadium being packed, the students. Come on. I mean, shout out to our students. Every other college in the nation, everybody's trying to go home for Christmas, maybe going to see future in-laws, make a good appearance. And our students were like, nope, our boys are playing. They need us. And they showed up in numbers, man.
Now turning the page, what do you think of the challenge of that for Montana State? I mean, you beat your rival twice in a month. You basically beat the one of the other best teams in the country, but now you got to go play another game. So what do you just think of the challenge for Montana State turning the page?
I don't think it's much of a challenge. I mean, Coach Began, the last 2 seasons, has always talked about going 1-0, right? Each day, each play, every hour, every minute, every second. And so that one's been put away. That's water under the bridge. And there's one thing, like in the book of Art of War by Sun Tzu, is like, man, you cut off all ways of retreat. There's no looking back. And the person that's most prepared for battle shows up to the battlefield early. And I think our Cat fans, from what I'm hearing, they're going to be down there. I heard some crazy number yesterday talking to some guys, and it was like 20 maybe 25,000 people are planning on going down.
Whoa. Crazy. Yeah, I do a hit in Bozeman every week on K-Sky Country, and they were asking me how many I thought was going to go down, and I said definitely over 10,000. But man, if there's 25,000, that's going to be so nuts down there. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think those numbers might be a little inflated because you know I was talking to some proud Bobcats, some former players, some guys that are quarterback club members, but I believe it, man, because I mean tickets are booked. The flights are just been crazy to be able to try to get down there. And so I think we're going to definitely have a home field advantage in a sense, in that perspective, for sure.
Well, Montana State playing a team that's won on the road in the playoffs 4 weeks in a row. That's unprecedented in itself. I know you probably started digging in on Illinois State at least a little bit. What have you thought of just what you've seen out of the Redbirds so far?
Man, they're physical up front. I mean, the game starts in the trenches, right? They're very big on the offensive line. I think that's what the Missouri Valley Conference is about, right? And they're built from the inside out, but they got a great receiving core. And, but at the same time, our DBs, they've been tested, they've been challenged, and they're young, and they're hungry, and there's depth once again. So it's going to come down to how we get it done, how we're able to stop their pass. And they got a running back. I mean, we've seen Gilman, we've seen Pitzenberger. Like we've kind of already got some feel for guys that are big and can move. Defensively, man, they got a stud in that number 10. I know he's a legacy player for Illinois State. His dad was number 90. I forget the young man's name because I don't got my hit sheet right in front of me. But that guy, they kind of rally around him. So to be able to just kind of get an extra chip on him, which I think Adam Jones will do. I mean, he did that a few times in the Brawl 2.0 and then went out in his route and caught a couple great passes. So I think it's going to come down to who's the most physical. Being that it's this late in the game, they've had 4 road games and they've won them out. So they're hungry. They got a lot to prove and nothing to lose. So they're dangerous. You know what I mean? But we got a lot to prove too and nothing to lose. This is the last game. We're not defending national champions. We're kind of evenly matched as far as the want to there.
Is there an advantage you'd point towards that Montana State has in this game? Like, is there a matchup that you're looking at that they could lead into? Or is it just what has given them so much success over these last handful of years?
I mean, it's just that mantra of being a Bobcat, man. That's the advantage. You're playing for a legacy program, a program that buys into young talent and doesn't just go to JUCO transfers or the portal every season. They get guys that are Montana boys, and they're going to be playing for Montana State. And I think that core group of guys like Paul Brock, Adam Jones, you look at guys on all sides of the ball that, you know, they know what it's like to see their Montana teams go to the FCS National Championship and come home empty-handed. So I think a part of that is the pride for the state, the 406 state, but also, too, everybody that's came from other places across the country, they see the love and the support that our fans give them. And they don't want to let them down, but mainly the matchup. I know everybody says, oh, you're an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, but it's going to come down to the trenches once again, man. Who can reestablish that line of scrimmage? Who can control the ball and who can stay on the field the longest is going to win.
Are you nervous to be on the call, or what do you think?
Man, I'm nervous every time because I respect the position. I respect the game.
Right.
I love it. You know what I mean? And I feel like if I wasn't nervous, it's not right for me. And so I want this to be my best call. For me, it's like a football game. This is my sophomore year. I got some games under my belt, but I want to continue getting better. I want to get better at my enunciation. And from a football player's perspective, from a coaching perspective, there's so much I can talk about. Personnel changes, down and distance, place on the field. I can say, hey, you know, I'm expecting this from this guy, or, you know, out of this set, you can get A, B, or C. And I can't really do that so quick on a color call. I only have 10, 15 seconds to try to get it in, sometimes even 5.
Right.
And so just kind of going back, listening to some of my first games from last season, and then 2, I get to watch film. I got the rest of the week to watch both teams go for it.
Well, it's going to be a really fun time, and we can't wait to be in Nashville, and we appreciate you for spending some time with us here today. Leo Davis, color commentator for Bobcat Radio Network. He'll be on the call on Monday evening live from Nashville, Tennessee. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thank you again, and we look forward to everybody that's tuning in. It's been a heck of a ride, and, man, let's make it one more big game. Let's make it a day. Go Cats, baby.